Welcome back to Inspectre. On this show, we're going to be going through paranormal videos, alleged paranormal videos, and deciding whether we think they're real or fake. So let's get straight into it. We're watching BizarreBub again today. We really liked doing that last time. If you didn't watch it last time, go watch that first, then come back here.
It's late at night when a girl named Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look.
I didn't see anything.
There was a little girl there. You didn't see that?
I didn't see it. My eyes weren't focused on that corner.
Okay, we'll just let it roll.
Yeah.
Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl. Even creepier is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident. Whatever was captured has left her extremely unsettled. Even though this video was taken a few years ago, it is still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had captured something paranormal on camera.
That's a cut.
I didn't notice the cut.
I feel like the cut happens when the lights change.
Like it was really smooth though.
It just seems like there's a transition there.
Let's go back. Let's watch that cut again.
It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip.
Could be why she took down the clip, right? Because if someone could analyze it better, yeah, people would be like, got you.
That's a good point. Also, why are you recording your ice machine making weird sounds? That's kind of odd in itself. I do think fake.
Yeah, fake.
But also, I think the cut was a very seamless transition. That was well done.
Yeah, it's well done.
So it's fake, but good job. Well, that was cut and dry. Let's go to the next one.
In the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital.
Ooh, that's cool.
Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before.
Can we just talk about how absolutely nightmarish some of these places are, these like institutions?
I want to go ghost hunting at an abandoned psych ward so bad.
Yeah,
one like this, I'll move in there.
If you guys have any abandoned psych wards that are in the Midwest, please comment down below because we'd love to go check them out.
Yeah, we're based in the Midwest, Illinois specifically, so we're trying to keep our travels at the moment to local-ish places or day trip places, so we don't have to spend a bunch of money that we don't have. But we would have more money if we hit 500 subscribers, because then we can monetize.
Oh,
so
that's true.
if you guys want to subscribe, if you haven't yet, that'd be awesome.
Subscribe.
Employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building.
I'm gonna point this out for future videos and this video.
Wow, that building's fucked up.
Yes, one, this building is very fucked up. Two, I've got a lot of history as a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it for
7 years?
More than that, because before that,
oh,
I was
yeah.
also,
10 years?
So I would say 10 years plus of security guard experience. So I'll be able to call shit out if I notice some fishy stuff.
Little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum. Take a look. It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after rewatching the footage.
Ew.
Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged, just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured.
Okay, most logical explanation, first of all, it was someone that wasn't supposed to be there.
Right. Just a person.
But the fact that they were walking that way kind of makes me wonder if that really was just a person that wasn't supposed to be there. You think they'd be hiding somewhere. They wouldn't be wanting to walk past the security guard that's walking around.
I just think it's probably somebody's friend and they just wanted to make a spooky little video in a very creepy location.
I think they just brought it with to take a walk through and record, and if something happened, then they have it on camera. If they have experience going through this place and having creepy shit happening to them, then I can see them bringing a camcorder with for that very reason. This is Vlad. Say hi, Vlad. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence a lot, I'm beginning to realize.
I will say fake.
All right, there you have it from the expert himself. 10-year-long security guard Quentin.
Vlad also says fake.
I don't think he does.
He does.
I think Vlad, what's that? It's real, he says. It's real. So we have one real on the board, guys. We finally did it. All right, moving on to the next one. Number 6.
Now the following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from. Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal, until you notice the two strangers that are standing outside the owner's home. They come into view as the owner beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there, while eerily standing still. It is at this point, though, where things get really creepy. Watch.
They look like mannequins almost.
Yeah, they're not moving.
I won't be getting out of my fucking car, bro. What are you doing? Get back in your car.
In utter disbelief, the property owner sees the two strangers disappear without a trace.
Oh, that's a cut.
Clearly, there had been two individuals standing outside, but somehow they vanish as soon as the lights are flashed again.
Yeah, the moment the
now,
lights
how
come on,
exactly
it's
this
a cut.
happened is something viewers can't seem to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly disappeared?
What about that makes you think it's a cut?
Just the intensity of the light when it comes on. So whenever light is basically introduced into video, it often creates a bloom effect. That quick flash of bloom is the perfect time to basically splice any video. As soon as you do that, it creates a more seamless transition, especially if the camera did not move. Like, it's a stationary camera, it's not moving anywhere.
The big thing for me is it's a classic. I'm sure if you guys are avid paranormal video watchers, you'll have seen a few of these where we don't know where the footage came from. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
So that's the first red flag to me. And I really like the concept, though. The concept was great. So A for effort. But
I think if the images or the figures would have been more identifiable, it would have been better video. But they literally looked like propped up mannequins.
They did look like mannequins, like store mannequins.
They did not look like human beings.
And they could have easily also just been a couple of their friends. They were just like, okay, just hold still. They was far enough back to where if they had like made any slight movement, you wouldn't notice. Let's move on to the next one. Number 5. I've been doing all these. You're getting
In the
next
following
one.
video,
got it.
a man is woken up after hearing strange noises inside his apartment. The man lives alone, so he finds it alarming to hear what sounds like an intruder inside his home. He quickly grabs his phone and begins to record. strangely, the sound of footsteps can be heard coming from above, as though someone is in the attic. Now, the man in this video is known as Nick Long, and it wasn't until the next morning that he decided to leave from the safety of his room to investigate the attic space. He treads carefully as to avoid any physical confrontations. As Nick looks around and checks every corner, he sees that no one is there. Not even traces of a person, such as footprints, can be found anywhere. This was definitely strange. But Nick doesn't really think much of it, since plenty of other strange things have happened before inside his apartment. Though, it would be a few nights later when the strangest encounter happens. Nick is once again woken up by strange noises from his attic. Only this time, he decides to check it out as it happens. Needless to say, what's captured here is pretty spooky. Watch.
Yes, I've been hearing weird noises.
I don't like this angle, guy.
He could have put a shirt on.
I'm very uncomfortable.
He could have put a shirt on.
Ooh.
Yo, what the?
Do we have another yo counter?
Yo.
The door to
Two
the
yos.
attic somehow
Yos.
opens on its own as soon as Nick approaches it. Feeling spooked, Nick is completely unsettled by this incident. It's now apparent that something strange is going on. But as if things couldn't get any more creepy, the following night, Nick is recording his dog when he captures this.
What was that?
Better leave the dog alone. Swear to God.
What was that?
Dog does seem a little distressed.
Definitely
Yo.
alert.
Yo, number 3.
You have 3 yos, guys.
Is this the same guy?
No way.
Comment if it's the same guy as the last video in the grandma house that kept saying yo 5 times.
He didn't show himself in that one, though, so we wouldn't be able to know.
Nick's dog immediately goes on high alert.
Nick.
His dog is
Guy's
sensing
name is
something
Nick.
that doesn't appear to be there. It's as though he senses something dangerous. With all that's happened before, Nick believes that something isn't right with his apartment. He believes it might be haunted and thinks that the attic might have something to do with this. Whether ghost or not, he's deeply unsettled by these incidents. Despite living somewhere else now, he can't seem to forget the strange events that have happened there. So then, just what exactly was going on inside Nick's apartment? Like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
The biggest mystery of this whole video is what apartment has an attic like that? I don't think that was an apartment.
Yeah, that's
Might
a
have
house.
Renting a house, maybe.
It does definitely have a lot of the cliche paranormal captured things, you know, doors opening.
But that's the
slowly,
thing about it.
footsteps.
It's all subtle cliche stuff. It's not like overproduced. I think it's real. I'm gonna go with real.
You know, it's real.
It's just between how everything's subtle, it's like just classic like footsteps. The dog seems actually distressed. That's not like something, I mean, I have experience with dogs. I've had dogs my whole fucking life. That's not something where you're like, hey, friend, go in the closet, make a noise or something, and my dog will start freaking out. I don't think that's a normal reaction from a dog. But I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say fake.
I'm gonna say
Just do it. Just stick the knife in. Just do it.
fake.
Okay. Alright. Do I dare even ask why you think it's fake?
Just some of the things seem to be a little bit unnatural. I guess.
Well, it's paranormal, so.
Well, I mean, not in that sense. Unnatural in the sense of human interaction, right? Like I liked the one was like following. He just was recording his dog. Like, what were you recording your dog doing? His dog was literally just laying there doing nothing.
Being cute?
And he's just
Do you not record your dog being cute? Do you guys not record your dog being cute?
look at this little guy doing absolutely nothing.
I do it all the time. Last night even, I just took a video of Grimbo, our other dog, watching TV.
That's at least he was doing something. That dog was doing nothing. It was just laying
It was laying there. It was being cute. You know what? We're just gonna move past this. Quinn hates dogs. You heard it here. Quinn hates dogs.
Number 4.
Thank you.
This next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on footage. Or at least, that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. Something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
Oh, a cat knows what's up. Its tail, look at it, it's agitated. Ugh. That's a fucking hand.
It's so pixelated, I can't make out of.
It's like, it's going like this.
It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A disembodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl.
I wouldn't say
It
disembodied.
almost seems to come out of nowhere before disappearing into thin air. Even the
like
cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room.
Couple things. First thing,
Yeah.
dogs, obviously, if they're acting weird, something weird's going down. Be cautious. If your cat's acting weird, burn the whole house down, you know?
Or you just have mice.
Burn the house down.
I-
Also, why was there just like a pit of trash?
That looked like a crack den. It did not look like an apartment building.
It was just a door to a trash room.
I was also confused because she did not have a scooter or rollerblades, but she was rocking the safety helmet.
She probably just left it outside, like most kids do.
Okay.
They just like roll up, drop the bike in the yard. Also, when you said disembodied hand, that was a little generous because the hand was coming. So like, here's the door frame. The hand was coming out here. So very easily could have been someone in the trash room just going like, but the fact the cat was acting weird. The animal's acting weird. That's always gonna get me.
It was almost like a person covered in trash. Like
a person covered in trash.
Like they're laying in the pile underneath it, you know? Like a
and
trash
they're just
man.
like bending reality to have their
No.
hand come up and-
Like they're laying in there. Like think of their head pointing towards the doorway.
Mhm.
Trash all over them.
Yeah.
And then they go.
It was also a pretty
Honestly,
high.
I'm gonna be completely real with you. I don't see a hand. I don't see shit in that other than pixelated movement. It doesn't even look like a hand.
I see a hand. Put in the comments if you saw a hand.
What I see, put in the comments if you see this.
You don't see that. None of you see that. Don't you fucking lie in my comments. Don't you lie. We're moving on. I think it's real.
Oh, sorry. You guys hear that fake? You hear that fake somewhere?
Wow, I don't think he's just always gonna say fake to everything. That's pretty much how his whole series is gonna go. So welcome aboard. So we're gonna rename the show Quentin Thinks Everything's Fake. That's what it's gonna be called.
Number 3.
On August 23rd of 2023, George Cruz and his wife had just finished making dinner and were heading towards the living room to eat their meal. The couple sit close to each other while watching their favorite TV program. As minutes pass, it appears that nothing strange is happening in this footage. But fast forward to just a few more seconds, and something happens that scares the living daylights out of the couple. Prior to this incident, George and his wife had been experiencing strange occurrences inside their house. Before having to document any of these occurrences, they would often wake up in the dead of night and hear faint whispering coming from somewhere inside the house. But creepiest of all is when the couple would see household items move on their own. Over time, the activity has become so intense that the couple has asked for help from those who specialize in the paranormal. It was recommended that they set up cameras around their home to capture evidence of the so-called paranormal activity.
I was about to say
So
why
the
we have
couple act
cameras
accordingly.
everywhere.
Weirdly enough, they were also told to get rid of a certain item inside their house. George and his wife own an old rocking chair, and apparently, this chair is the source behind all the activity. So the couple does exactly that by selling it. And surprisingly, a buyer has taken an interest in purchasing the chair. The couple holds onto the chair until the buyer comes over to pick it up sometime next week. But in the meantime, something very strange is captured on their cameras. No one is home when this is captured.
Wonder how much they sold that chair for.
I have thoughts already about this one. The easiest thing to make move, a rocking chair.
Not only that, but it's an assisted rocking chair.
Something else could happen? Is it going to be pulled the same direct? Oh, we got multiple things here. Pillow number 2 down. Nice pocket doors, though.
Yeah, really nice doors.
Yeah, got a nice varnish on it. Same direction.
Eerily, the chair begins to rock back and forth before somehow other objects inside the house move on their own.
Not that eerie.
Although terrified by what was captured, the couple is glad they had caught this. They can now show this video to those who've doubted their claims. However, this wouldn't be the only footage they'd be showing, because as of recent, more activity has been caught on camera. Not long after this video, the following incident was captured. Take a look.
Do they sit at a kid's picnic table to eat?
It sort of
He
looks
was
like
about to.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Now, moments before an object falls down, the camera pans over to the shelf as though sensing movement in that area. What's weird about this, though, is that it sensed it before the DVD case had fallen on its own.
That is interesting.
Now, one could say that the camera picked up movement from the TV, but if that were so, then the camera would have already moved earlier, given that there were things moving on the screen way before the camera had moved. It seems like this was a random occurrence, unless it was sensing something else. The couple continued to document these strange occurrences in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening. Ultimately, their goal is to stop the activity. But until then, it seems they'll continue to share more footage of this unusual situation.
I got a few things on this one. Stuff moving, stuff being thrown. I just cannot wrap my mind around a ghost, a demon, with this entity of power just going like,
Yeah, what do you do about that now?
Just walking up to the fucking movie rack like,
that's gonna really teach you. That stuff automatically makes me go like, why? Second, when the camera moves back before the DVD falls, I think that's just the default location for the camera. It didn't put the green box around anything. Normally when it detects movement, it puts a green box around what its movement is detecting. It did it with her when it moves back to her putting the drink on the ground. Did not put any green box over there. I think it's just moving back to default.
here's my thing. Right away when they were like, ooh, it's a haunted rocking chair with 666 on it. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Devil's Rocking Chair. It's like an infamous item that the Warrens have in their possession, well, had. Zach Bagans has it in his museum now. I saw it, I think it was only a week after they opened the exhibit. The Devil Made Me Do It is what the movie is called that it was based off of. It was a real case that happened, and it was all centered around this haunted rocking chair, which was a lot like this one. Painting 666 on it as well. How extra can you be?
Also, I wouldn't have even thought about it, but then when you brought it up, that's all I can think about. That is 100% a kid's picnic table. That thing has got to weigh like, what, 20 pounds? It'd be so easy to slide across the floor.
And also, it kept getting pulled in the same direction, so they didn't even have the gumption to add different lines to it so you can pull it different directions. They're just like one fishing line this side, just pull it twice, we're good. Sock it to them. Let's move on to the next one.
Number 2.
Good job.
In the following video, a man is alone at home when he realizes that the lights in his basement won't turn on. Feeling a bit scared, he walks down into the cellar with caution. According to him, it's not the darkness that scares him, but the basement itself. From time to time, noises such as footsteps or the sound of someone walking back and forth can be heard coming from inside. This often happens when no one else is at home. Now, the man had had this experience previously, but it was at his job. He works as a grave digger, and oftentimes, after placing a coffin inside a freshly dug grave, he would feel as though someone else was there with him. Although unable to explain this unusual sensation, it would be the following incident that leaves him extremely baffled. The man checks the basement to see why the lights aren't turning on, but he checks carefully because, as he states, he just heard the sound of footsteps walking about as though someone is down there. Be sure to pay close attention, as what was captured wasn't noticed until looking closely. This is what was caught.
At the moment, in the basement, I swear I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange. I'm not sure
Basement got a kitchen.
what that noise was, but I don't know. I'm home alone right now, so we'll see, I guess. Look out back. No, nothing back there. I don't know. There's been a lot of strange things happening.
Now it happens real fast, but in case you missed
I
it,
saw a shadow
if you look
figure.
closely as the man pans the camera to the bathroom, you can see what appears to be a strange shadow-like figure standing completely still
That's just a
inside a
dude.
bathtub.
In a hat.
It doesn't
That's a
appear to
dude
be
in a
moving
hat
at
looking
all,
at the wall.
as if who, or whatever this was, had been entirely stiff.
In a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Even
he's literally
creepier
wearing. This
is
is
that
dude.
when
This
the
is
man
his
returns
dude's
to the
friend.
bathroom, the figure is no longer there. Given its strange appearance and sudden disappearance, the man thinks that something supernatural was captured. But as always, I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusions. Could it be that someone had broken in and quickly hid away from the man? Or might this be something completely different?
I have something to say, as well. Something we haven't brought up before about this.
Okay.
Let's do that. Anyone who does videography or uses cameras on a regular basis knows that your ISO and what your camera can pick up in the dark is worse than your actual eyes,
I was
which
gonna say
means
the same thing. He absolutely saw that.
Which means if we can see this on camera, he 100% saw it with his own eyes and just went like, oh.
There's instances where if it was like farther away or like a lot of shadows around it, like some videos where people don't catch it, I can see that. But this one is so blatant. In person, you would have seen that.
You can see the flesh tone of his neck.
Yeah,
It
in his
is-
arms.
And his arms, he's clearly just.
Which is disappointing too, because he has the whole backstory being a grave digger. So that brings up the question like, oh, do you become like haunted yourself if you're dealing with like a death on a daily basis like that?
I think it's just bad story writing.
Like even faking it wise, this had potential to be
Yeah.
a good story, but this is just, it's the beanie that does
It's
it
the
in for
beanie.
me.
It's the beanie.
And the t-shirt.
And the oversized black t-shirt in the bathtub.
If they had just gotten like a black Zentai suit and did it that way, that would have been way cooler looking.
Yeah.
Like a matte black
Or
one.
hell, even just the black sheet over people looks better than. That just
Sure.
makes you look like a guy. Like, I'm gonna go with fake on this one.
I'm gonna have to go with fake. That's just no effort at all.
All right, we got one more now. One more for you guys.
Number one.
This next video was taken inside an old restaurant that is currently being renovated. The person recording this doesn't say where exactly this footage was taken, and for good reason. Aside from privacy, this place isn't safe to be in. It's not just the construction that makes it unsafe, but rather something else. For just an idea of why that is, the owners of the restaurant are deeply afraid of the strange things that have happened here. Now, the person recording this is someone who I featured in a previous video. They too have been experiencing strange happenings and believe that it won't stop unless they move out from home. Given their experience with this unusual phenomenon, they were invited to see this restaurant before it's completely demolished. Although expecting to see something unusual, nothing happens. That
Wait,
is
it being
until much
renovated or
later when
demolished?
they head over to the back of the restaurant.
Apparently both.
What happens then is terrifying to say the least.
It looks nice.
This is what they caught.
I don't know why they would demolish it. What was the green box?
Like it was picking up a face.
Oh, it's cold right here. The other way. Hello? I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here.
Is it
What was
winter?
that?
What was that?
What are those noises?
There's people in here with him.
Oh.
Well, at least he saw it. Again in a corner. Timeout.
I don't think it's happy we're here.
The
Transition.
The transition right there.
Oh, no.
It was a good transition. It's just like when you cross a plane like that,
It's easy.
It's easy.
Oh, holy. Dude, there's...
Initially, a strange shadow can be seen peeking from a corner. The man, whose name is Win, doesn't notice it until much later, after feeling a sudden drop in temperature. The room suddenly becomes cold when out of nowhere, the small figure is seen by Win. Upon seeing this, he quickly hides away as if frightened by whatever this was. But as if things couldn't get any creepier, the mysterious shadow disappears.
There was even
Feeling
a change in
extremely
lighting.
unsettled,
Yeah,
Win
change in
walks out as
lighting.
fast as possible and ends the video there. If the reason for demolishing the restaurant is to get rid of whatever this was, then maybe it's best to completely relocate from this place. But until further info is given to clarify this incident, it seems that we won't know for sure as to who or even what was inside this restaurant.
So
He should have just I know it's fake. It would have been more convincing if he didn't go through the frame that way. If he just popped the camera through that open window.
right,
No transition.
The no transition, you would have been able to walk directly towards it, put it through, or you keep your camera on it and go like, "Holy fuck, guys, get in here!" Because there was people standing 10 feet behind him. They could have came in and he'd been like, "Do you fucking see that? There's a ghost child standing in the fucking corner." No one would have been like, "Whoa, wow."
And also, who's making their kids do this? There's so many instances now where they have their kids do this shit. So it's hey, put on this black outfit, go stand in a corner while I record you, pretend that you're a dead kid.
And to hammer it in even more, the person had already been featured on BizarreBub once on their own personal channel for experiencing paranormal activities at their home, and now are being called into another place, a restaurant that's going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
It's super weird. Obviously, it's fake. Good transitions though. The transition on the doorway,
Mhm.
really, really cool, smooth. However, I'm going to say clearly fake.
Yeah, fake. And if you guys like this creepy stuff and you haven't watched our ghost hunting videos, we have never caught an image or a apparition of a ghost on our stuff that we know of. If you guys go back and watch them and there's something we missed, let us know. But all of our evidence so far has been audio evidence. So I'm hoping that the more we continue doing ghost hunting videos, if we ever do catch something, people don't go in our comments. They'd be like, "Look at that transition." So now I'll be like, oh god, maybe we were too fucking harsh on these people.
If that's the case, I will welcome it, because honestly, I look at a lot of our evidence that we capture in our ghost hunts very parallel to ghost files.
Mhm.
And I know if any of you guys like ghost hunting content, I'm sure you guys know about Ryan and Shane. They do a very good job, and I believe a lot of their evidence that they collect or what they present is very authentic, is very real. And I think there's a lot of ghost hunting channels that embellish what they get.
Apparitions are called the Holy Grail for a reason. They're insanely rare to get. So the amount of evidence out there where they catch shadow figures and stuff like that is just automatically up for scrutiny because it's so rare to catch video of an apparition.
Yeah.
So as soon as you see that it's a ghost caught on camera, look at it through a magnifying glass because it's probably 90% chance not real, unfortunately. That's the end of the video. We're done. Thank you, BizarreBub, for putting together another banger.
Another amazing video.
And I think next time we'll do one more of his videos because I do like going through these. He does a good job of collecting and presenting all these videos. If you have any that you want to suggest that we watch, please put it in the comments. I would love to watch what you guys suggest.
Yeah, we could do like a little different segment for that in the video too, like viewer.
Oh yeah, like, do a recommendation.
Viewer recommendations at the end, so we could do that. That'd be kind of cool.
And keep an eye out for our channel for our next ghost hunting video at Sylvan Island, arguably the most haunted island on the Mississippi River. It's gonna be a good one. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.